We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and hosts of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
You got me feeling like I lost my touch. The things you trying to do just ain't the same. Your love for me has turned into a game. This is love.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Planet Love Match Radio out here at LA Talk Live, and I'm your host, Jennifer Tapiero. Thanks for tuning into the show. It's going to get absolutely crazy. I have a huge panel going on. This is like the messed up view, the screwed up view. I can already tell. It's all going to get crazy. So in the house right now, we have my girl who is a celebrity stylist to a lot of big stars. Let's welcome Tony Ferrara. Big round of applause. Woo! And he's a virgin to the radio. Let's welcome Sal Aurora. He's also an owner of a really happening bar in Hollywood called Happy Endings. So it was true what they said about the two people that got busted for the Happy Endings in the back?
Yes, it's very
Okay.
true.
It happens a lot?
I'm actually pleading the fifth on that one.
Seriously. I like the name, though, Happy Endings.
I appreciate that.
I love it. And we also have another special guest who has a show out here actually also called Pathways to Love. Julie oh my God, I'm just coughing. Julie Orlove in the house. Love her. And she has a bunch of great things that she's working on. She is a relationship coach, and she helps bring your relationship to the next level. So she has a really cool show. Let's welcome Julie.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Glad to be here.
So we have a great panel going on. This is basically like an open forum where we can talk about anything. I wanted to bring on, a male to get the male's perspective on just regular things, like what us girls do wrong, what we do right, what guys are really thinking. What are some things that you think that girls should know about men?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, really, men are really simple creatures.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really complicate things. We kind of keep things. I'm too far. Is that better? Oh, sorry about that. All right.
You got to give it a happy ending.
See, that's my virgin in me right there.
Come on, hold on to it. Hold close.
Oh, now, yeah, right. We are getting dirty now. Here we go. Perfect.
You're on the right show, buddy.
At least I have my man here.
At least you have Ness in the building.
Yeah, we're pretty simple creatures. We keep things simple, and it's pretty straightforward.
So what is it? Food?
We don't
makes you happy?
complicate things.
What makes you happy?
You know what makes me happy, to be honest with you? Truth and honesty. That's what makes me happy.
See, I like that. I respect that. Julie, what do you think? He said that us, he's like, us men are simple creatures. Do you think that they are simple creatures?
I think they're more simple than women.
Yeah.
I do. And that's not a bad thing because, you need the yin and yang. You need the balance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I will say this. They're not quite as simple as they want us all to think. Okay?
I
say this.
I definitely agree with that.
I love you,
Yeah,
Julie.
that's
I
a
definitely
little,
agree
yeah.
with that.
You guys want us to think you're quite that simple, but there's really depth and sensitivity and insecurities and all that longing that's really there that, you don't want us to know, but you know what we really know.
Well, for some reason, some men, which I'm working on, is like trying to walk down that staircase, in your heart.
The
trying to
aisle?
get to that point. Well,
Are you trying to walk down the aisle?
I haven't found the right one yet, but if I do, I will walk down the aisle. I'm not afraid of it, but yeah, men are afraid sometimes to open up and on the emotional side, which is, I agree.
You just need to find a really safe woman to be with. And most women actually are. And so when you know that and you know how to create a safe space with your partner, because that's what I work on all the time when I work with people and couples, it opens your world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Julie,
what
tell
that's what
us
I'm
a little
looking
bit
for.
about yourself. What do you do and everything? Because I was so impressed by your website and everything that you have
Aw.
going on. Tell us a little bit about what you do with couples and everything.
Well, I have worked as a psychotherapist and an executive coach speaker for over 25 years now. So
Really?
I've been doing, I know I look so young.
You
but
do.
I thank you. So I've been doing
I was
this.
like, what?
I know I've been doing this a really long time. And what I did is I created the Pathway to Love. It's a book, a workbook, an audio guide. It's actually a program. And you can do it at home, which you can, if you want information, you can get that on the website, which is julieorlov.com or thepathwaytolove.com. And what I wanted to do is provide people with a roadmap of how to navigate their relationships through the life cycle of their relationship, whether that life cycle is one night or that life cycle is, 40 years. Because every relationship has a very predictable developmental pathway, and a lot of people don't understand what that is. So they make their partner wrong, they make the relationship wrong, or they make themselves wrong. And it isn't. It just means that the relationship is doing what relationships do, which is challenge us. And when you understand how they challenge us, how they're supposed to challenge us, and then you learn the skills, the tools, the process, and how to work through those challenges, that's when you get transformational relationships. That's when you get love and intimacy, which feels really good.
I love it. So are you in a relationship?
I am.
You are? Are you married?
I am living with someone.
Oh,
I have been
how
married.
is that?
You know, it's really interesting. I'll tell you, for someone who has been married, was divorced, was a single parent, had a few relationships while I was a single parent, and now living with a man, I have to tell you, if I had to do it over again, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to say
Tell
it.
us, girl.
If I know, and I hope he's not listening, but if I, but if I,
Cheers, buddy.
no, this is actually good. But if I had to do it over again, I'm not sure I would live with him as quickly as I did. You know, I've always told people, as much as you may love living with someone, there is a difference between living with someone and being married to someone. There's a different level of commitment. And my sense is, because if you divorce someone who's difficult, let me tell you, divorce is not anything you want to go through a second time.
It's awful.
Okay?
My mom went through it, yeah.
It's terrible. So I don't know if I actually want to get legally married, but I know I want him to want to marry me. Like, there's something about him
So what
wanting
do you do?
that.
How do you make him want to do that?
Oh, you please. You can't manipulate. No. This is
Trying to help our viewers.
This is where women get into trouble, right there,
Exactly.
right
Wait a
there.
minute.
Keep it simple, Jim.
But wait a minute, Julie. There is such a thing. I mean, I come from the fashion world, obviously, more so than the love world. There was a recipe in Glamour magazine for the engagement chicken. You don't believe in that?
There was a recipe for the engagement chicken. I don't know what
Like
you
basically, it's like a study that was
you
done.
put something
like,
in their feathers and their eyes. Like, what do you?
It was like it's a chicken dinner that, like, it's been proven, like, I think it's like a 95% proposal like rate. If you make this chicken like dinner for your boyfriend of like a year or so, it's been proven that you will get engaged within like a month.
And if you don't like him, you can just poison the chicken. And it's
You know,
That's a smart way.
Yeah.
I don't want to say who knows, but I'll tell you this. See, this is my strategy. Okay, I know that when you try and control and manipulate something, you are headed towards disaster.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
the key with any relationship. This is the key. Okay, this is really
Okay.
big. Look, you're all listening very intently.
I
know
hope all my friends are listening out
yeah,
here.
this I
All
want
of you.
I want the attention, because the key is that, one, you need to understand who the other person is, and then you have to accept who the other person is. And that is where power lives. And love lives there too. Everything lives in acceptance. Now, that doesn't mean that you may say, oh, great, I accept that you're a drug addict. Woohoo, I'm going to be living with you for the rest of my life. But when you accept something, you're no longer operating on the fantasy and hope that it's going to be different. And you're no longer manipulating. And then you have to deal with the reality of, okay, do I want to be with this person or not? Because this is what it is.
What do you think, Sal?
Well, one thing, I totally agree with what you're saying. One thing that I realize that women do is that they need to be the same person starting from day one.
Right.
Be
No.
exactly the
no
same person you are.
changes.
All of a sudden, 3, 4, 5 months
The
goes
crazy
by,
comes out, yeah.
The crazy comes out, or
But
something
same for
comes
men,
out.
though. Same for men.
I agree. Both parties from day one
Yeah.
need to be the
Keep it
same
real.
exact person. Be real, be honest, and keep it that way. Because
Forget it.
That's
It's not gonna happen.
But I mean, why not? Because then what happens is, you
But
get
you
in 3, 4,
naturally
6
evolve
months.
as a person.
Be authentic. Be your true self when
Correct,
you're on a
yeah.
date. But I truly feel like when people go on dates, they feel like it's like a job interview. You have to answer the questions the way that the person's asking you. No, be authentic. Be real.
Yeah.
Don't try to pretend to be somebody that you're not. And then 5 months later, the real you comes out, and you move in with the person. You're like, what the hell am I
Like,
doing?
this is not the person who I fell in love with. Who
exactly.
is this person?
And they change.
Both ways, not just for women, not
Jump
just
in,
both.
Julie.
Oh, I'm
Every
dying to.
time.
I'm trying to hold back.
Are you
but,
hold- are you-
but I'm trying. But okay, so if you read The Pathway to Love, the first stage is the object fantasy stage, and it's that phase because here's what it is. The old saying is that men complain that the women that they married is not the woman that they dated, okay? And women complain that the man that they dated has not changed into the person that they want them to be.
Right.
But here's the thing about phase one in relationships. It is impossible it's going to be impossible to be exactly who you are, and I'll tell you why. Because part of that phase is that you will see your new love interest in a way that you want to see him or her. So even you project an awful lot onto it. So even if I'm showing you that I'm chronically late, which I'm not actually, I'm chronically early, but let's just say it, you need to see me a certain way.
That's not what I'm saying. If you're going to be yourself from day one, that's like you were saying, that person should accept you for who you are, no matter what. Then if you are late 15 minutes every time or whatever it is that happens, they will accept you for that. And you have the choice, like you have the power, you have the choice to have who you want in your life.
The problem is, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And in theory,
and it's up to you. You have the power.
Yeah.
You have the power to decide who you want to keep in your life and who you don't want to keep in your life.
That's so true. And in theory, that is so true. But the human dynamics and human relationships, the problem is that it takes us a long time to get to know who someone really is. Sure. And even though I think I may being as authentic of a human being as I possibly can, I'll give you an example. Okay, so I'm very emotional. Okay, and I externalize. You can get this. Okay, so when my guy was first with me, he loved the fact that I was passionate and I was expressive, and he didn't have to guess anything. How I felt is he knew it. Now, as time goes on and we're settling in, and we've now been in this relationship long enough where the layers are kind of peeling away. Now, what at one time was being very expressive and direct and open is starting to feel like, oh my God, you have to express everything. Okay. You see? And, so it's just normal for different layers to come out at different times. That's the normal part of the journey.
Sure.
But the key is just knowing how to manage all that.
Correct. I agree.
Definitely. For our viewers out there, if you guys are having any issues in the love department, hit us up. We are going to be answering all the questions that you guys want to know. So the phone number is 323-247-7443. I also want to talk about, could men and women actually be friends? Could you have a friend that's a guy or somebody of the opposite sex? Do you think that you can actually be friends with somebody of the opposite sex?
I'll start the answer. To me, I think men and women actually aren't meant to be friends per se. I think work environment, obviously a relative of yours kind of comes into play. But I think at the end of the day, and Julie, please jump in on this one for me. I feel that men at the end of the day do have an agenda when they hang out with a female friend.
Well, you know what? I just spoke to this subject for a journalist who was interviewing me. Yeah, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. And okay, here's my take on, I think male-female relationships, okay, run into 3 different categories. Okay, first category is you're not attracted to me, I'm not attracted to you, no problem. Okay, those are easy friendships. Most of the time someone's had them, and they work out fine. Second category is I'm not attracted to you, but you're attracted to me, okay, or vice versa. That gets a little tricky. Because somebody's wants to be, they want it more than friends. Look at everybody's chiming in. This is great. So they want
the whole damn studio.
They want to be more than friends. You have to maintain boundaries. They can get jealous. They can feel hurt without even, and it takes a really mature person to accept that I'm attracted to this person, but I know that he or she is not available to me. Those are tougher. The really complicated ones, okay, and everyone's come up with this one, is that I'm attracted to you, you're attracted to me, but one or both of us is in a committed relationship. Oy.
And that happens a lot.
What?
And that happens a lot. You hear about that. The people are, we're just friends. And then it ends up not, But how do you balance, like you were saying about work? Like, I think it's interesting. Like, of course, there's an environment you work with people of the opposite sex. How do you balance between, like, you're just talking to the person or if it's flirting? Like, how do you not blur the lines? Like, how do you talk to somebody without them thinking that you're flirting with them?
Okay, so you're an adorable guy.
Okay? Thank you very much.
I hope your guy isn't listening.
He's an adorable guy, and I love to flirt. So I could flirt with you, like, no problem.
Let's do this.
It's going down.
I'm all about it.
Right.
Let's do
But
this.
I can flirt with you in one of two ways. I can flirt with you with a saying, I'm flirtatious and this is fun and this is just fun.
Right.
Or I could flirt with you with an I'm an available energy, which is very different. And I know as a man, you can pick up that difference.
Absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
And that's what it is. You either have that door open or that door closed, and it doesn't matter. You can still have fun and flirt, but if you're flirting with a door open,
That's
trouble.
not right. People out there,
Trouble.
if you're doing that, we're coming for you.
Trouble.
I know. Actually, my mom said the minute she got engaged, that all the men kept, at work would be hitting on her because she had a ring on her finger. What is it about people that do that are attracted to somebody that is engaged or somebody that's married? It's like you're not available. People like Kristen Stewart and the director that she hooked up with, he was a married man.
That was PR.
That PR? Tony? You think?
I think that was PR.
I kind of think so too. But what kind of?
Wow.
Interesting.
I didn't think,
Because the sales of Snow White and the Huntsman did nothing at the box office, but did amazing in DVD sales.
I would like to take that role of Snow White. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think that people like the excitement of that. It's the secrecy. It adds a lot of drama. And
wrong.
I'll tell you, if you can say, "Oh, you're with someone, but you are risking that relationship to be with me," it can feed a lot of people's egos. I mean, I think the egos run the show in those areas, and you've got to be really careful.
Yeah.
Because egos may get fed, but there are a lot of people who can get hurt and most likely will get hurt. So you got to be careful.
Sal, I see you like getting into it already. You're
Well,
like about to say something.
Well, I have 4 sisters.
Okay.
I'm the only boy. So I've been pretty much raised by women. But for me, it's just like I automatically, if I see that ring, for me, it's not so much a turnoff, but for me, it's like hands off. Just
Stay away.
Stay away. Be respectful. Be respectful of that person. Be respectful of that person's fiance or husband or wife or whoever.
Respect people.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a very simple thing. Just respect.
Yeah. And
So-
Sal actually owns a happening bar in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So, Julie, do you think this is a good place to find a guy like at a bar? Or, a lot of people say you can't find a man at a bar. But if you are at a bar and you happen to see somebody you do like, how do you approach somebody in a respectful, classy way at a bar?
I haven't been hanging out at bars for a while, but I can go back in time and think. I don't know if it's changed, but to me, there's a really simple way to greet people, and people think they have to be so clever and fancy, and all you really need to do is come up and say,
Smile.
"Hi, my name is Julie.
It's very simple.
How are you tonight?" I mean, it's really that simple.
It really is.
Thank you, Sal.
Tony.
It really is that
So
simple.
I
Yeah.
could enter if I needed to enter back. I'd be okay.
Absolutely.
So if you two
Okay.
met at
You're
a,
fine.
if you two met at
I
a bar,
agree,
you'd be
but
good.
We'd be great. We'd be
Don't
great.
you think? Don't you
Perfect.
think men try? I think way harder though. I think girls kind of have that aptitude to be able to go up and say, "Hi, my name is Julie," or for me, "Hi, my name is Tony." I think guys try really hard with their pickup lines. That kind of
Some
the
corny
mean-
pickup lines, too,
Yeah.
especially at a bar scene, I find.
Yes.
Do you find that a lot, Sal, being a restaurant and bar owner?
Saturday night, I was at my bar, the Happy Ending. It was about 12:30 at night. Obviously, at that time, people are pretty tipsy and they're enjoying themselves. And there was a beautiful girl standing at the bar, and this guy came swooping in. And he was a tall guy. He was like 6'5", 6'6". Good for you,
My
Tony.
type.
There you go.
Tony?
She's
Why?
all
Why
excited.
negative text message?
Not for you. And she was sitting there and she's like playing it cool, and he was like swooping in and like trying to do his thing, and she was like, "Okay, thank you very much," and trying to like back him off. After 2 minutes, she was finally like, "You know what? I'm not interested, but thank you." And then I just kind of turned to her. She had no idea who I was, and I said, "I'm curious. Do guys really use pickup lines? Because I've never used a pickup line before ever in my life to pick up a woman." And she turned around and said to me, she goes, "Hi, my name's Rhonda."
So you two hooked up.
You know what? I'm not disclosing that, but
Yes,
anyway. But,
I am.
but
Tony,
you don't have to do. You don't have to.
As your best girlfriend, yes, I respect that.
You don't have to do that. I'll go there.
Well, you two were friends, so you said it's kind of hard to be friends. Did it ever?
No, we're
He actually
friends,
first
yeah.
started off as a client of
Yeah.
mine.
Uh-huh.
I've styled Sal before for events that he's gone out to, and then just naturally progresses a friendship or whatever, which usually happens with a lot of my
So you physically have
clients.
to take off the clothes and dress him and
No,
stuff?
I don't.
Okay.
He can dress himself. He's a big boy.
Sure.
There we go.
All right. Well, if you guys want to go check out Happy Endings in Hollywood, go check it out. But don't be creepy. I like the name. though.
No creeping.
Don't be creepy.
No creeping.
And
It's completely unnecessary.
How'd you come up with that name, my friend? How did you do it?
Well, I was kind of going on the double entendre of being in Hollywood and, the happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I've been to a few of those Thai massage places.
And
It's
then,
creepy.
and then, and then it kind of had that double entendre of, exactly what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
So
It's a great name. How clever.
Is that
I just
great?
I wanted something that people wouldn't forget, like it would really stick. So that's what we came up with that.
I
It's
love that
actually
place.
known as like the straight bar in Hollywood.
It's a fun place.
I've heard that actually multiple times from different women. That's interesting to me.
Now I have to come.
You have to.
I'll bring my guy.
We should all go there.
Dun.
It would be very fun.
I used to go there when I was underage. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Let's not on
I'm just
that.
joking. I'm just kidding. Well, we're having a great time out here at the LA Talk Live studio. It's always a blast, so make sure you're tuning into the show. And we got to talk with our callers. Who wants to talk with some callers? I do. The phone number is 323-247-7443. We have Julie in the house who will definitely give you some dating advice. We also have Sal, who is in the house, who can give some male advice from the male perspective. And we have Tony, who works with a lot of the celebrities and stuff, so love to get your advice too. It's kind of like the messed up view. Look at us. We're a one screwed up show right here.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Train wrecks. I love this. Let's pour ourselves another glass of wine, shall we? No more wine.
No
No
more
more
wine.
wine.
No
My
more
makeup
wine.
artist drank it all.
We've been cut off.
We've been cut up. By the way, 1 to 2 glasses of wine, that's it when you're on a date.
Yes.
The drunker
I
you
agree.
get.
Oh, wait a minute.
No,
Sal
no.
has an interesting story about this one, and Julie can probably chime in.
You could go into it if you want. but-
Okay, Tony, you should share the story for
Why
him.
don't you share the story, Tony?
Please, Tony.
No, I think
it's on
you
your
should.
mind.
No, I think you should.
Hey, Tony.
No, I was
It was a
dating.
good
I was
point.
dating this girl for 2 or 3 months, and every
Uh-huh.
time we went out, I didn't know if she was nervous or if she was an alcoholic because every time she would put down a full bottle of wine. So every
To her
time
head.
before the appetizers even came out. So it's just very interesting. It was a complete turnoff to me. So finally, I was just like, I couldn't figure out what she was.
Would you send her home in a cab? You're like, get out of here.
I was like, please don't drive.
Well, either way, it's not a good sign. If she's that nervous after 3 months, she has to put down a bottle of wine to go out with you. That's not a good sign.
Well,
Yeah.
you said I am very adorable, so I mean, maybe,
Yeah,
that,
so-
maybe
so-
that's. I mean,
Yeah, but nerves can settle down.
Right.
I agree, but I'm saying after 2 or 3 months, so I didn't know what it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she has an
I-
issue.
I think that's a lot.
I think
of wine.
Dr. Drew should get on that one.
She should.
Seriously, a bottle of wine in
Absolutely.
1 hour
Yeah.
before appetizers?
Yeah.
Seriously.
It was fun though.
It was fun. You had fun.
Oh, I had a blast.
Typical guy, exactly. Typical guy, right? Don't you think, Julie?
I kept it very casual.
All right, guys. Well, if you guys are looking for casual, if you're looking for the love of your life, make sure you're checking out planetlovematch.com. And if you're looking for love, hit us up on Twitter. We can set you up on some dates. My makeup artist is single. She's looking for a date. So if you know
All right.
any nice guys,
I'll let you know.
yeah.
Where'd she go?
She just left. She probably went to go drink some more wine.
She has the stash somewhere.
When we come back, my face is gonna be bright red with more makeup. Don't have your drunken makeup artist do your makeup. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna talk more about love and anything that you guys want to talk about. So hit us up at LA Talk Live and tweet to us. We'll be right back. It's getting crazy out here. It's getting crazy. Sounds like whoa.
No, I got water.
Just getting started.
We're just getting started.
They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Into pieces. You have my heart inside. You played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one on you, and I'm gonna make your head burn.
Hi, this is Demetrius.
And I'm AJ, inviting you to join us every Tuesday at 5:30 for our all-new show, Real Talk with Demetrius and AJ.
We are your alternative to mainstream media's non-discussion of the real issues. No more sound bites, no more talking points, just real talk.
The guests on our show will include a wide array of people from all walks of life, elected officials, politically active celebrities, young leaders, and most importantly, you will all be included in this dialogue that is sure to be provocative and real.
So don't forget to tune in and listen to Real Talk with Demetrius and AJ every Tuesday at 5:30, exclusively on LATalkLive.com.
You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio.
Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure.
This is LA Talk Live.
And we are more than just talk.
Hi, this is Dr. Levi, your fitness doctor, making a personal house call, inviting you to join me Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific for my all-new show, The Dr. Levi Show. Join us as we discuss fitness, health, and well-being, including emotional and spiritual health. So don't forget to tune in to The Dr. Levi Show every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, exclusively on latalklive.com and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. You can also catch us on iTunes, Radio R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv, or catch us on the Live 365 network, and now on Radio Flag and Stitcher Radio. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Hey everybody, it's Miss R&B, and I'm inviting you to come and hang with me every Thursday night at 9 p.m. PST for Perspectives Corner with Rona Rowe Bennett on America Talk Live. Hear and see interviews and live performances from some of our favorite celebrities and personalities in entertainment, sports, business, and the wellness industries. We're getting lifted and we're going deep, talking about life and empowering the champion in us all. See you there.
Welcome back, everybody. We're having a blast out here in Planet Love Match. By the way, make sure you're checking out The Pathway to Love and buy this book. It's awesome. Well, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining the show. We got Tony, Sal, and Julie in the house. So we have a great panel going on. A great panel. Are you guys having a good time or what?
Absolutely.
This is so much fun.
Well, you have your own show.
I know, but I'm thinking my show may not be this much fun. I want my own makeup artist now. I want wine. I'm bringing in panels. I'm bringing you. This is
I would
really
love
fun.
to come on your show.
You absolutely have to.
fun.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Well, we got a lot of great topics for our viewers right now. So we're recommending that you guys call us up, 323-247-7443. I know Tony wanted to talk about a topic. Is it okay to sleep with somebody on the first date? I think hell no. If you ever want to make it to the second date.
I am somebody who can say I was in a 4.5-year relationship and I slept with someone on the very first date. So
there's
you're a whore. You're a whore.
You big slut.
Yeah. Or it was just really good for both of you. So that's it worked. So
you got lucky, Tony.
I mean, as a rule, obviously the answer is no. As a rule, the answer is no. And it depends what you want. I mean, honestly, if you just want a one-night stand and you want to have sex and you're clear about that, fine. But most women actually kind of fool themselves with that. They think, they have the wine. They think, oh, I'm feeling pretty good.
Right.
Oh, this would feel so nice. What the hell? Well, I don't know if I can say that. But
You can curse. Say whatever you want. What's on your mind?
Okay. And
Truly get dirty.
Sounds like bring her the wine.
be careful because you don't know
you wanna
me.
say-
I'm trying to be on good behavior here. I have a reputation.
wow, Jenna's getting hot in here.
Then Julie's on the wrong show.
Oh, there you go.
So I think that's okay. But we fool ourselves and we think, oh, it'll just be fun. And you know what? This is what happens. We like them. It feels really good. Oxytocin really gets released.
Right.
Oxytocin is now in the news. Have you heard the whole thing about oxytocin in the news today? This was hysterical. I know I'm a
Okay,
little
tell
off
us.
topic, but I just have to
Tell
share
whatever.
this. So they're saying that oxytocin is primarily a female hormone that is the attachment hormone. So when you have a baby, for example, oxytocin pours out of you, and that's why you fall in love with your baby instantly. It's for survival of the species, so that mothers are determined to take care of them. Anyway, so we have that, and it does get released during sex. Men have oxytocin as well, but they have a very, very little small amount of it. So what people are suggesting, I can't believe this. You know what's coming. People are suggesting that you have your man take a pill of oxytocin so that he won't cheat on you. So he'll actually be more attached to you.
Wow.
And I thought, you know what, please. I mean, Viagra, okay, but oxytocin, come on.
So what do? Slip it in the lasagna?
I don't know. I can't. I just thought this is taking things to a whole new level. So anyways, the oxytocin gets you into trouble. It's a lovely hormone, and it makes us feel really good, and dopamine gets released, but it gets you into trouble because you want more. And if it's not available and you start to imagine that he has all these feelings for you, and it's just not reciprocal. Women have all this attachment during sex, and men typically don't in the beginning. Is that true, Sal?
Is that
would you
true,
say?
Sal?
Come on, Sal.
Well, I mean, I'm not speaking on behalf of all men,
Oh,
but
you're not.
it depends on it. For me, it depends.
I thought you were.
Well, she would bring up, but no. It depends on the chemistry for me, at least. You know, if there's something that I'm interested, someone I'm interested in, maybe if it maybe goes somewhere. But I mean, yeah, it could be typically just physical.
I also wanted to talk about making time for each other. I really like that topic. You know, making time for when you are in a relationship and balancing everything. How do you just balance like your life, then your friends, your family, and then having a relation? It's like a job, you know. You have to clock in, you got to clock out, you got to call them, you got to tell them, you know, where you're at all times. But how do you balance it? Like what would you recommend to people out there to make time for each other? How to do it?
You really have to make it a priority.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not the quantity, it's the quality.
Right.
I think that, I remember during the good times when I was married that I would come home and my husband would greet me in this really warm, lovely way. And we would sit down for maybe about 10 minutes and just share with each other about our day and everything.
Yeah.
And it was a connection was made, and then I was good. We were off to it. So it doesn't have to be quantity if there's quality. That's really more important.
What do you think, Tony? You're like,
I need help with this problem because I'm a career girl. So
Okay.
for me it's I really have to make that effort if I really like you to genuinely take that time and almost schedule that time in my day, because not only am I a celebrity stylist, but I'm also a fashion editor and I'm launching a new
Yes.
clothing line. So my career is my relationship right now.
Yeah,
You're like my
But
mom.
Tony, what you
Yeah.
could do, again, it doesn't need to be, oh my God, we're going to sit and stare into each other's eyes for 4 hours, because we are busy. And if you're in a relationship and you're working, and if you're married and you have kids, I mean, it changes everything. But it's those little things. It's sending a text just saying XOXOXO. It's just making the connection.
Okay.
That's really what it's about. It doesn't have to be, if we spend this much time together, that means we're committed to each other, because it's not true. It's what's the quality of the
yeah,
connection.
when you are hanging out, what are you feeling? What are you guys doing? Making it like a priority, you know, and having the best time at that time, you know?
And every couple's different, by the way. Some people require a lot of we time, and
Yeah.
some people don't. So you're someone who sounds like it does not require a lot of we time. You need actually a lot of I time.
Yeah.
And so, and that's okay.
Tony's in a relationship with herself.
Right now, I just ended something actually pretty recently.
Oh,
so-
can we talk about it? Is he listening? Oh well.
No, I
What
mean,
happened?
I was seeing somebody who after dating him for about 2.5 months, I realized that we're on different paths. He was a little bit older, so he definitely wasn't looking to settle down. That kind of time had passed for him, and I'm in my early 30s, and I definitely want to be a mom. I know that's something that I definitely want, and it's important to me. So
Right.
instead of just kind of playing that pretend fantasy game of maybe I can convince him, because obviously men can have children up in forever.
Okay, and then?
So
I don't know if they can anymore.
but I think that at the end of the day, people do want to be a little bit younger. They want to be able to interact with their children. So I kind of was able to,
so did you break up with him?
I ended it, yeah.
How did you do it? Through text, email?
No, I did it face to face.
Good for
That's
you.
the way
It
to
sounds
do
like
it.
you were very wise in that. That was a
Yeah.
very wise choice to make. That
I've
was
had
very
some
smart.
good advice from my friend to the right here.
Yeah, but
I
it's
had nothing to do with it.
you just want to remember, though, to find someone that is okay with the amount of eye time that you need. I see
And
relation.
that's definitely hard in Hollywood. I feel like I want to date outside of the industry,
Uh-huh.
but 9 times out of 10 I meet somebody who's in the industry and they understand the iTime more because they
There's
need,
lots of people outside the industry. Really, don't get too bubbled up by being in Hollywood, because that happens a lot. There's plenty of people who need a lot of eye time and they're not in the entertainment business. Or there are people, you might like someone who actually misses you, and you may like that kind of attention, as long as they have enough emotional maturity and understanding to know that you need to go away and do your thing, but you're always going to come back, and they can feel secure in that. So there's all kinds of ways to handle it.
So the message is, don't be Hollywood. Don't be Hollywood, people. I'm like anti-Hollywood. I don't live in Hollywood. I live in like the bubble in like Bumble. I'm not going to tell you my address, but I live out of Hollywood because I'm not from here. I'm from the East Coast, so
you can't
I
say
try to
you're
keep
out
it.
of Hollywood. Half the people that are in Hollywood live near you.
Oh, I can't stand it.
Well,
I hate my neighbors.
Hollywood, I mean, you can't get, you're in LA.
Yeah.
So, you're in LA. But that's okay. You just work with LA.
Yeah, do you guys like LA? Do you like it? Who loves LA? I love LA. The weather's great.
I was born and raised.
Oh, were you?
Can you imagine? I'm a native Angelino.
And you're so cool.
Gosh.
Seriously.
What can I say?
I find a lot of people out here that are born in LA are really cool. It's the people that move that they want to be big celebrities that turn out to be these like horrible people.
Well, I hear now you've been
It's
transported here. So I've heard, though, from a lot of clients that I've worked with, that moving to LA is a tough city to move into.
Absolutely.
It's not an easy place to move to. So that's maybe why we look so cool, because we're just relaxed. you know? Yeah.
I like that. I like the chill, like the chillness. I actually recommend people that, if you're not living in Hollywood, but you do want to find somebody, you guys can check out Planet Love Match, because we are an international dating site. Have you guys ever tried online dating?
I have. I didn't find much success with it. I actually found a stalker off of it.
Oh,
so.
congratulations.
That's great.
Such an endorsement.
That's great. Well,
not from your
online
site,
dating.
but
I'm like, oh boy. We have something called the freak filter.
okay.
So we narrow down the freaks. We give you the best freaks.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No stalkers.
You can either choose the freaks or the semi-freaks or the.
A lot of people lie about who they are on the internet. It's a whole, fake. But we like to make sure that our,
fake photos, fake occupation,
Fake info.
Yeah. Height.
We our people make sure we show license. We show a license. We make sure you are a real person. We do
Very
background checks.
good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I mean, we don't need stalkers. But how did you manage, getting a stalker? Did you go out on a date with this person?
Am I allowed to say which dating company it was, or dating site, or no?
Yeah, talk about them.
Match.com.
You suck. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Stalkers.
no.
That's terrible.
I mean, one of the keys I always tell my girlfriends who try it, because we all kind of do work a lot, is that I do think it's important to have a first phone conversation with somebody. So I did, and the conversation was about 15 minutes long. I felt like the person seemed semi-normal. We had a drink. The conversation was good the first 5-10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Then it got really awkwardly strange.
When did it
because
get creepy?
It got creepy when he turned to me and was like, when do you want to get married? I was like, that's not a question you typically ask somebody the first time you meet them. And I just said, it's definitely in the cards for me, but I don't put a timeline on anything in my life. And then he was like, you're in your 30s, you should be thinking about this. Like, you're acting
he's telling you.
Yeah, you're acting like a child right now.
Oh, my God.
And at that
How
point,
complimentary.
and at that point, most people who know me, I'm pretty alpha. So I don't need to finish that martini with you. So I was like, you know what? I've had enough.
Who paid for the bill?
He did. But
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm fully capable of paying for my own martini. So I said, you know what? It's been so nice. Thank you for coming out and meeting me. I know for a fact this isn't going to work. Have a nice night. And in return, the phone calls and text messages got so bad that I had to get BHPD and Beverly Hills Police Department involved.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You handled it. I think she handled it pretty good.
Well, I think that at the end of the day, if you're not connecting with somebody and you've given it a shot and you feel like you're constantly being insulted or berated, I think it's time to
And that was
exit
the first
politely.
date.
And you know what's so great about what you did? I can't tell you how many women would have sat through the whole martini and would have sucked it up to just try and be polite and get through the date. How great to say, you know what? I don't need to be insulted. I don't know you. I have no obligation to you. I'm going to take care of myself and get out of here. So good for you.
Good for you, Tony. Round
Yeah.
of applause.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tony.
Thank
Hey.
you.
Sal, have you tried online dating?
No, I've never tried it.
Okay. You should come on the site.
I have the happy ending. It's fine.
Okay, you have the happy ending.
I'm just kidding. I'm
He's
just
like, I
kidding.
own a bar.
I'm just kidding.
You know, when I was single, I did online dating.
Oh, you did?
I did, and you know, it was really fun for about 3 weeks. That's kind of my time limit. I think it's not such a bad idea to do it for a while and then
Yeah.
and then not do it and then do it. And I think the one thing I would caution people about, but you tell me, Jennifer, if this is the nature of the beast, because
Yeah.
I found myself feeling like I was catalog shopping.
Yes.
And I know myself better. I thought, how interesting that this is what would make me click on this profile, and I would completely dismiss this other person who I'm sure was a lovely human being, but it was like I don't know what it was, but no, this one is. There's something about the catalog. I don't know how you can get away from that, but that was the part I really didn't like.
eHarmony does something like that. Like
What do
where
they do?
I believe eHarmony is the site. I believe my girlfriend was telling me that it's more based on like she basically said she finished half a bottle of wine finishing the survey, but once you get to the final page or whatever, they do pair you up based on your compatibility and the things that are important to you, and then you can interact with somebody without ever seeing a photo, and then until you're both ready to share your photo.
Right. eHarmony was nice in the sense that they send the matches to you.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
Planet Love Match does. So either way, you could argue it either way.
Yeah.
There's something nice about being in the driver's seat to be able to have, arrange and decide who you would like to reach out to. And there's something nice about keeping that out of it. So, I don't know. What do you
it's
think?
different for us actually. We how our company, we match people up based on their music playlists. Like you can upload your iPhone and then whatever's on your
I haven't seen
iPad,
that.
and then people or iPod, people that have similar music interests. Because come on, have you ever dated somebody and you don't like the same music? That sucks. And you're in the car, you're like, oh, blah blah blah. I want to.
That is so funny.
It's
I
so
love
true. I'm listening to rap music. You're listening to country. I don't know if this is gonna work out too well.
Jen, when you're in the car, do you sing along?
Oh, I rap along.
You rap along. Okay.
My alter ego's a rapper. I have a rap song coming out. I'm serious.
I'd love to hear it.
We'll play it.
We'll play it?
for you
All
guys.
right, cool.
But don't you guys find that like if you are dating somebody and they have like the same type of music, you're like vibing, you're dancing together. It's kind of interesting how our company matches people up based on music.
I think it's a very clever approach.
Yeah.
Right.
What's your success rate? Because I imagine I think it's fascinating.
It's doing really good. We have a lot of people that are meeting a lot. You know what? I should have our callers call in. Let's see if you guys have met on our site. I want to hear more about it. I want to bring them on too. We're new. We're a new site, and I got to give a shout out to Planet Love Match because they're doing such a great job. It's building the site. It's very, very intense. We can send cocktails. So let's say we send Sal a cocktail. He can go to Happy Endings, his own bar, and grab himself a cocktail that this girl sent to you.
Oh, interesting.
So it's really interesting.
Oh, cool.
And Happy Endings is in Hollywood. So I'll be name dropping your name at the door for free
Absolutely.
food.
You have an open tab, Jen.
Tony, do you ever do that? Do you like run up the tab? You're like, Sal, I know Sal.
No, actually, I try to pay a lot of the time because I do feel like that kind of brotherly friendship with him. So, but he never really pays a gentleman. So,
Aw.
Yeah.
Do you ever let women pay for you on your date?
No, absolutely not.
Really? Never pay.
It's nice when they offer, but no, I never let them
See,
pay.
that's
No.
also very smart. I liked when I work with people who are in that dating mode. For women, I think it's okay to offer, say, could I contribute to the bill? But if a man has any class at all, he will say absolutely not.
Correct.
So I think that's the perfect protocol.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'm so
I
glad you
paid
like that.
before.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's
I've
very
paid
nice
a
when-
lot
I
before.
paid before too.
Me too. And I don't know. I think my mom's always like, stop being so nice. It's just how I am. I'm like, well,
I feel like when you're an independent girl and you're
Yeah.
successful in your own right, it's almost like kind of a, your money's not better than mine kind of power at the table, where I feel like, especially in the beginning of a relationship, I know you disagree with this, but
Yeah.
I kind of believe that it's okay to go Dutch, and I think it's also okay sometimes. Your mom's like shaking her head so violently.
Well, the
right now.
man, if he allows it, he's
No.
just revealing who he really is. If he
Well,
allows you to pay.
And I think, this is what's going on out there now. You have a lot of women are like you. And I think also with this next generation, I mean, I'm a generation, before you, but when you go back down to your generation and the next generation down, they are equating money and power and all these things. And I want to say, when you're dating and you're courting, it isn't about power, it's about courtship. And a woman, I really want women to be able to enjoy being a woman on a date. It doesn't mean that.
So let the man be a man.
And let the man be a man. I think it still works really well.
Yeah.
But I do think that it doesn't mean you're not equals. It doesn't mean you're not both equal in your power, and it doesn't mean you aren't breadwinners equally. But you know what? There's something really nice about that, and I wish more of the younger women would enjoy that.
I think, though, Julie, a lot of that does stem from, though, I think a lot of times, and Sal, don't take offense to this because it's not you, I say most men when I say this. I feel like most men do give us that pressure, like, I paid for your dinner, now what are you giving me back in return?
Really?
So, yeah. So I think that's kind of where a lot of my girlfriends have.
What type of guys are you dating, Tony? That's what I like to know.
Okay, that's it's not just me. My other I mean, we've discussed this before. A lot of my girlfriends and I've discussed it. That's kind of why we feel that obligation to want to take care of ourselves, though. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you completely at all.
I get what you're saying. No, I understand where you're coming from completely.
My grandfather, I mean, he said to me, you know, and again, not going against, you know, girls who work or whatever. My grandfather, who passed away 3 years ago, some of his dating advice he gave me was that as we've become more independent females, the male's now taking more of a feminine role in the household. Like more men are staying at home taking care of a child, whatnot. So it kind of is that play again where that evolution kind of shift, you know, as far as paying goes and courting. I completely agree with you. I think a woman should be taken care of like a woman, but because the roles now are becoming kind of reversed, that's why I think it's becoming more common that way.
It's got, you know, I think there's a lot of power in couples that have the ability to flex roles when they need to, because sometimes people need to shift between more of a male energy and female energy. You know, I think it's more energy. I mean, we label it male and female, but it is just different energy. And there are times then to know when to step back. I mean, all I can say is, as a single mom who had to be in charge all the time, when I went out on dates, I was so happy to not be in charge. I was like, yeah, you can just be in charge. I get to sit and just relax. So it's, you know, I think it's, everybody has a different circumstance and experience and a context that they're coming from. I just want everybody to certainly, I don't know, the question with the guys that you're dating, see, the one question that popped into my mind is like, well, who is raising those boys?
Well,
you know?
I completely
who
agree.
taught those boys how to be on a date?
Chivalry is really not dead. It's
It
still
is.
out there. You just have to find
Not
it.
in LA.
What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
I said chivalry is not dead. You just have to find it. you
Not
know?
in LA.
So we're going to change
Well-
up the topic real quick. The topic is now sex. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's a very broad topic. But when you are in a relationship and eventually maybe you get married or what, but how do you keep it spicy? I know last week I had somebody come on from Screaming O, brought some sex toys. What are some things that you recommend to couples to keep it hot and spicy so people don't get bored?
Yeah, you don't want to get bored.
Yeah.
Bored is really bad.
Lazy.
both
No
of us.
lazy.
And you start to get lazy, or
Yeah.
it's just, again,
It's like a chore.
Yeah.
Routine.
And I really think people need, again, it's that, first of all, you have to make a commitment to it not being boring. And there's so many little things you can do. I mean, first of all, just get out of the bedroom, get out of the house.
Out of the bed. Mhm.
You know, get into something different, you know, try something different, talk about it. Build some sexual tension. Like a lot of couples that have been together, they don't have that sexual tension anymore. They just think, okay, fine, tonight, if we
All
want, you know, but build it. So, you know, send a sexy text, you know, call them, you know, do something that starts to build that tension. So give little nibbles and kisses, but then pull back and say, like, no, wait. And, you know, there's all kinds of things you can do to really create some of that passion. And it gets difficult, but it's very much worth the effort. Look at the room got so quiet.
I know.
Now with this whole, it's been so noisy in here. Now all of a sudden everybody's quiet.
We're talking about sex. Everyone's quiet. We
Yeah,
got all
and
the-
if worse comes to worse, then you just go to the happy ending and you just get drunk together and then go home and have a good time.
Sal, what do you think?
Tequila.
Where's the craziest place you've had sex?
Oh boy.
Have you had sex in your restaurant when it's closed down?
Did that just answer your question? Actually, I was in Australia. That was the craziest place. I was in the middle of nowhere in Tasmania. It was a very cool place.
Oh, cool. What about
Yeah.
you, Tony?
Okay, which one's safe for me to say?
Safe for
Which
you to
one's
say.
safe?
I'm
The
trying.
craziest place, or maybe you haven't done it.
Apparently, Tony has multiple places.
I do. I'm
She's
just trying
like,
to figure out which
which
one
one?
is nice
Which
to
one
say
was
on
it?
air.
The boy. Having sex outside, isn't that fun? That's a blast.
It's the best.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's fun.
Yeah,
In
the
an
sun,
elevator.
the wind.
It's fun.
It's all good.
In an elevator in Manhattan at a hotel.
What? That is cool.
How many
Or in the
floors?
before-
How many
hit
floors
the
did you
button?
have to go up, or did you stop it between
22
floors?
floors up and at
He
4
was
in the
fast.
morning.
Woo!
I know. I want to know how.
In and out.
Up and down. So, sex in an elevator. You never even said where.
I'd say it was
Australia.
In
Okay,
Australia,
but
it was,
where? Was it-
along this like really cool rocky beach in the middle of nowhere. There was
Oh,
no,
that's
there was no one
sick.
around. It was unbelievable. Yeah, and
Wow.
all the rocks were like these red rocks, and the waves are hitting the shore. It was incredible. Yeah, it was really cool. It's very romantic.
Julie's
Aw.
turn.
Julie's turn.
Oh, I've been wondering if the show is over. You know, the most interesting place was on the top of a like a picnic table on a elementary school ground on a Saturday. No children were around, but it was like
Good
on
for
a,
you, Julie.
And yeah, there you go.
My mom did it one time on the monkey bars at a school show.
You know,
I don't know what it is with you ladies. And my mom's in the room and she's
Yeah,
telling the
Mom.
story
What
right
about
now.
Yeah, Mom.
Jen, what about you?
Oh my God,
My two favorite, jet ski. I did on a jet ski.
that's impressive.
While I was moving.
Exactly.
That's
Interesting.
very
Wow.
And I'm
impressive.
pretty sure the whole,
That's impressive.
all the boats saw it. Everybody. And I was like, woo! And then a bush. And then a bush. It was really fun. One time in a bush.
in a bush.
In a bush. Like literally inside of a bush.
That's amazing.
Brings me to a great topic, manscaping. No bushes allowed. No bushes allowed. That's
I agree.
You agree, Tony?
I agree.
Manscaping.
Manscaping.
Like,
I think if we have to keep it clean, they have to keep it
right,
clean.
I'm not saying
too.
hire a whole team of people.
How clean do you really want it? That's the question.
Clean
Like,
it up.
clean, like
I'm not saying bring like Jose and his friends to clean it up, but I'm saying like just maybe if you're trimming, take out the scissors once in a while.
Well, I think it should be strategic. I don't think you want to just take like a lawnmower and just go crazy.
Woo!
I think you have to be intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and here's another thing that's I should get your mom in on
Yes.
this because
Lydia, come
I
here.
have to get like people in my generation here. You know, in my generation,
Yeah.
nobody, I mean maybe a bikini, little
Okay, nobody's
shaving.
a Brazilian.
I don't really. It's a little. I have to tell you at some point I feel like as a woman am I allowed to have any hair on my body because you get that the pressure to be hairless it takes a lot of
You're
time.
telling
and
me
energy.
I'm at European Wax Center
Yep.
all the time.
Oh my God!
All the time, girl.
You know.
I'm obsessed. Because I have to have it a certain way, and I've had some bad experiences getting Brazilians. Have you?
Yes, I have too.
Do not-
You find like your place that you
so
have.
have I.
Yeah.
So have I.
So have you waxed your
no, I
Brazilian?
don't
Wow.
wax. I don't wax.
You don't wax? I've had some crazy
I
experiences.
manscape, but I don't wax.
So Sal, what is? I'm curious for the male perspective. Like, what is it all about the hair? Like, what is the issue? And my other question is, I think this is very important stuff to
a great
clear up.
topic.
You know,
That's the wine. That's
and
the red
I'm
wine.
wondering, like, how much has porn put so much pressure on women now?
to be these crazy
Do we
women.
all need to be porn stars in our own lives?
I will start with that one because
Okay,
that's a
start
great
with that
question.
one.
It's
That's a
definitely
great one.
desensitizing men because of what women do in porn doesn't really happen out there. Maybe you might get one out of 50 maybe doing that, but as far as it really has desensitized men because my guys tell me stories. Well, she didn't do this, she didn't do that. I was like, well, where did you see that? They're like, well, I saw it online on RedTube.com, all those different websites, but. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, let's
it's
check
an
this guy's
issue.
history.
Yeah, it's definitely an issue. But as far as the hair thing, I mean, like just what you ladies like. I like, a nice, clean, well-kept area.
I think it's hygiene at the
You
end.
know?
of the
And
day.
cleaning
It
is
comes
very
down to-
important.
It comes
Taking
down to
care of it.
hygiene. Like, that's
I mean, I don't want, hair in your cleavage and on your nipples. I'm not looking for that, but I mean, keep that clean at least.
I don't want that either.
I don't think Julie was asking.
Well, I hope you take care of that.
I really like that topic though. Like you said, I feel like these women. Like, do we everyone have to be a porn star when it comes to?
I think that's a whole show in and of itself.
really-
But
But I
I
don't-
would like to come back for that
I
one.
think women
would
should
love for
definitely
you to-
try it, though. I think women should try it, though. Why not?
Give
Like
it
you
a
said,
shot.
keep it fresh, keep it live.
Role
Like,
playing.
Well,
go
swing
for
from
it.
swing. You mean
Oh,
swing from
there's-
the lampshades?
I'm not against. Look, I think there's all kinds of fun things that people aren't exploring in sex, and they're missing out on a lot.
Sure.
But to me, there's a difference between an expectation
Absolutely.
that women, an
agree.
ideal
Yeah.
that women have to live up to, versus I want to have fun and create fun and find new things with my partner in the context of our intimate relationship.
Right.
Those are two different things, and I think it's a fascinating
It's
topic.
a
The
great
whole-
topic.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It's a great topic. Yeah, it
Everyone's
is.
talking about this. The Jeff Probst show did a segment. He actually brought on 2 porn stars that are real life porn stars, and they're in a relationship. So when they go off, they do their thing, and then they come back. They're this happy couple. But I'm like, how's that? It's like crazy. Like,
Well, you also have to be careful because as a therapist, I've
Yeah.
had clients that, okay, so they start experimenting, they start bringing a third parties
Not
into their
smart.
relationship, and it got them into trouble because then it becomes addictive, and it's like, what's the next fix? They need a bigger fix. They need to get more adrenaline. They need to make it more exciting, and their intimate relationship was falling apart. So you have to be careful.
Yeah.
You do, because what sounds good in theory and may be exciting for a one-time encounter can turn into a big mess.
I don't think it's right, and people keep talking about this topic, but there's a website called makelovenotporn.com.
Oh, that's
and this
interesting.
woman went on the Jeff Probst show, and what she's doing is actually having real life couples upload, videos of them having sex the real way. So that's like an interesting website. You guys should check it out. Make Love Not Porn.
I don't think I've
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm so sorry.
I haven't seen
I'm just saying.
it. I haven't seen it yet, but Jeff Probst brought this lady on who is trying to, mold the generation. Like, this is the real way that you do it. This is not how swimming from the lampshades and doing crazy stuff. That's not the real way to make love. So I think it's a pretty good message, though. I don't know if you guys should go check out the website, but
Well,
But
there's
if you're bored and you need ideas,
it's
there
a
you
good
go.
way to learn that
yeah.
this is not the way that people really have sex nowadays. Doing it upside down is not always.
Yeah, this is such a great topic. I think
really is.
I think we need to have a whole show, and we'll do one on your show and then one on mine,
I
because
know.
we
can get into it for like an hour.
It's huge, because
Yeah.
then you have all the emails. I mean, everybody's bombarded with, and as a man and as a woman, if you're in a relationship, like I was accidentally, on my significant other's email account, and I saw
Ooh.
all the stuff that I get it too. Hot brides, sexy dates. It's everywhere, and it's very tempting to want to just look out getting nods from all right, to click on.
Our engineer's looking at a porn site right now.
Yeah, right. I hit mine. And so how does that impact your relationship when
Right.
you're bombarded with these images, and then you have a regular, normal, loving relationship? And
Yeah.
it's a
But don't
fascinating
you think,
thing.
Julie? I read a study recently, like it was like I don't know what the percentage exactly was, but about even sexless marriages because of how heightened society is in the media when it comes to sex. Like it's everywhere. Whether you turn on a commercial for GoDaddy, you're seeing a half-naked girl stripped down. It's like so in your face. I know you said porn. We were talking about porn desensitizes things, but don't you think just overall the media in general, like
I
where we
agree.
come at commercials and TV?
Music
I
videos.
have to tell you, our culture we have a very addictive culture. We create addictions to anything, and one of them is adrenaline, immediate gratification, as much stimulation as possible. Our attention span is what? How quick do you have to change topics on this show? You have to change them often because our attention span has become
you get bored.
it's become horrible.
Yeah,
So,
it's true.
we've created a little bit of a mess. You're absolutely right.
I
We've
agree.
created a mess, and now it's the time has come to kind of clean it up. It's time to shift back. The pendulum's got to kind of get back to
Yeah.
what's real and
Yeah.
authentic and loving.
Being
and
old school. How about making a
connected.
phone call? Who does that anymore?
see,
For a date?
yeah.
People want to hang out?
Yeah.
No, that's not the right way to ask somebody out on a date.
See, I'm old school. I make the phone call.
Okay, smart.
And when the woman texts me back, I'm done.
You're done.
I
Interesting.
don't respond.
That's interesting
I
to
don't
hear.
respond. If I make a phone call, I expect the respect of a phone call back. So
I like that.
unless they text back, hey, listen, I'm in a meeting or something's going
Right.
on, I'll call you later. That's cool. But if they just respond with a text, I'm not okay with
So you're
that.
over it. So you're
Yeah.
dating. You're available for the ladies?
Yeah, I'm dating. I'm
Okay.
available. Yeah.
Okay, we're auctioning you off also.
Salaurora.com.
My makeup artist, I'm auctioning her off for $10. She needs a date for the holidays.
There we go.
So maybe we can-
we'll take care of that.
You're going to take her out?
$10 in the shot.
$10. Actually, we're gonna hook you up with some friends I know. I think I might have a girl for you.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, and Tony's available too, right?
No, actually, I'm not. Tony's taking herself off the market for a couple of months.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
so you're gonna.
Tony's finding
Tony's
herself.
finding some.
Tony's
she's doing
finding
some
herself.
soul searching.
Well, that's important. You have to heal yourself before you jump into a relationship.
Well, I think I've kind of been the girl since 16 that's just been one relationship after another.
Mhm.
So I think it's time to kind of stop for a second and just really point out what you want.
And
Now,
that's
Tony,
you do.
what you need to do while you're taking that break is read The Pathway to Love.
I'm so down
Yeah.
for that. Absolutely.
And if we want to read The Pathway to Love, where can we find your book?
You can find the book at julieorlov.com or thepathwaytolove.com, or you can find it on Amazon. So it's available. I highly suggest people go onto the website and get the whole program.
I love the work. I love
Because
the
you've
work.
got the workbook and you have the audio guide, which is really interesting because the audio
Is that
guide
you?
is listening to me coach people who are in each different phases of a relationship. So you actually get to listen in on people's real life and see how I work with them so that you can take that and apply it to your own relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, it gets you really set up to have a healthy one and to be equipped to understand what's going to happen and not to be thrown by it when it does.
I would love to bring the cameras in to see that.
Yeah.
The couple counseling.
Yeah, and if for those who want to catch me live, they actually can. Monday night, the 19th. This Monday night, I will be at the Mystic Journey Bookstore in Los Angeles and Venice.
Oh,
I don't know if you're
nice.
familiar with that. We're going to do a short little workshop and a book signing event. So that's Monday, the 19th at 7 p.m. at Mystic Journey Bookstore.
Awesome. And they can also check you out on your show, Pathways to Love.
Pathways to Love. Oh, there's so many ways to check me out.
I
Oh my
know.
God, I'm exhausted.
You're going to get a
Pathways to
stalker, too.
Love is Fridays at 2:30 right here on LA Talk Live.
Yes, the hottest network. And then Sal, I'm sure we'll catch you at Happy Endings.
I'm there. Yeah. The Happy Ending Bar in Hollywood.
So if we name drop, if we say we know you, like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Tony, where can we find you? Of course, all over the red carpet. I know it's AMAs this weekend.
AMAs this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And then just follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Tony Ferrara.
And are you expensive to get styled by? Like, are you really? Are you really
I
Hollywood?
have different rates for my celebrities, and obviously because their needs are a little bit differently than obviously my my normal private clients. So, but yeah, I do private clients.
I like how
as
she
well.
looks at me. The normal people.
I was trying to figure out how to word it nicely.
Because I
People
interview
like
the
you.
celebrities.
Private
media.
clients. My private clients.
So Hollywood. So Hollywood. She probably has a 310 area code on
I
her
do.
phone. I love it. Well, thanks, guys, for stopping by the show.
Thank you
It was
very
a fun
much.
time.
Yeah,
Fun
great time.
panel.
Very cool.
So great.
With the panel awesome or what? Big round of applause for the panel. And a big shout out to our viewers and our audience that were out there listening to all this craziness. And hopefully you liked StarCam Radio. I had VH1's Jackie Christie from the Basketball Wives, and that show is crazy. Like, just watching these women go at it. entertaining.
Better than Jersey Housewives.
I mean, they don't flip tables yet, but a lot of basketballs are being thrown, a lot of slapping
But
around.
I thought they really weren't. They're not married. They're like ex-wives of all these players, right?
Some are married. So, I find more ex-wives than married. It's to be the basketball ex-wives, LA.
That's
I'm
how
just
you get the
saying.
drama.
That's how you get the drama. Well, if you guys want to see some celebrity interviews, make sure you guys are checking out starcam.com. And, of course, we're on YouTube, Starcam Celebrities. A lot of great celebrity interviews. And I'm on Twitter. Actually, I got hacked, so I'm working on it. My picture is an egg, so you can recognize me. I look like I'm an egg. That's my photo.
All right.
I have 0 followers. Follow me because I got hacked.
Aww.
But you can follow us on Twitter, Starcam Radio and PLM Radio Show. And I'm also on Instagram. It's host Jennifer Tapiro. And Facebook. God, I'm everywhere.
I love your
I'm
mother.
everywhere. I love my mother. Anyway, that's the end of the show. If you guys are wanting to see more and you want to chill with me, I have a show on Mondays at 1 p.m. called Just Chilling with Jen. So it gets crazy here and even crazier there.
It was fun. I was on it.
It was a good time.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to be on that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sign you up.
I'm coming. I'm the club. I want to be in the club now. It's
Wow.
great.
Well,
yeah.
congratulations. Seriously,
Yes.
this looks amazing. Can I keep this?
Yes, you may. Absolutely, of course. And I'll even sign it for you.
Sign it.
Yay.
Well, we'd love for you to sign it. You're a little celebrity author in the house.
Okay.
Well, thanks, guys, for stopping by. We appreciate it. Next up at 9 o'clock, we have Rona Bennett Show, Perspectives Corner. So if you guys want a different type of show, a different type of vibe, check it out and stick around. We'll see you next time out here at LA Talk Live. Bye, guys. We got a little Kanye West for you.
And I know you ain't into all that. I heard your lyrics, I feel your spirit, but I still talk that cat ass. Cause a lot of wags wanna hear it. And I'm feeling like Mike at his baddest. Like the picture they Gladys, and I know they love it. So they hell with all that rubbish.
Would you be my love? Would you be mine? Would you be my love? Would you be mine? Could you be my love? Would you be my American boy? American boy. Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.